Welcome. And following me is a OnePlus 7 Pro, and I'll show you a couple tweaks and tricks. Now, whatever you see here being a little bit different than, let's say, your stock experience of the phone, you might find some different changes that I have made in a previous video that you might want to check out. But jumping straight to it, we'll jump into the accent colors, which I already have changed, as you can probably see, being a little bit different than normally. I think it's blue. And to do it, we can go into settings, and from there it's going to be on the display. And from here, let's go down, customization. You have right here themes, which you can change to colorful, light, dark. So tapping on it will automatically change it. Let's give it a moment. And as you can see, it kind of went a little bit monochrome. Then you can go to, well, light was the previous one, so not really much to show here. And say dark. So dark is basically black and white, or well, primarily like black. And from here you can also change basically the accent colors to whatever you like. So say red. As you can see, it automatically changes to red. And all the like wording right here, toggles and a couple other things will be basically red. You can also, not here, accent colors, you can actually choose your own and basically put it into like a finer pick to whatever you like with sliders. And you can actually put in the value of it if you want to be super specific about it. So that's always an option. And let's see, agree to it, and you have now color that we have just chosen. Okay, so I'm gonna actually go back to light because it's way better on the camera anyway, how it looks like. Let's go back to the majestic pink color. And now moving on, we're gonna stay in the display, and it's gonna be associated with the status bar and basically the icon. So let's go to the status bar right on the bottom, you can see. And what I'm talking about is disabling all the icons. Well, maybe not all, but you can basically disable whichever icon you like. So let's turn on a couple other things that would normally be visible there in the status bar. Agree, whatever. Wi-Fi. And as you can see, there is now more. Well, not that many more, but there are. And you can basically disable most of them so they don't show here. So you have a cleaner look of the device. And to it is, from here you can basically just toggle them on and off, like so. Wi-Fi, let's see, something that will actually disappear would be the NFC. It's gone. Then what is there else? Bluetooth, not really showing. I can just basically do, as an example, I'm gonna disable everything. And as you can see now, the only thing visible, and probably always that will be visible, might be just like specific app notifications and basically the time and battery, giving some clean aesthetic look if you're into that like I am, but my phone doesn't support that. Huawei doesn't allow me to change this setting, unfortunately, but I love this changes. So yeah, so that's another thing. Then another thing that we're gonna change would be the navigation gesture. Now I'm gonna just showcase it and change it back because it's hard for me to swipe from the bottom. But what we want to do is go back into the main setting, and from here we're gonna go into buttons and gestures. So right here, tap on it, and then you'll have navigation bar and gestures right here. And you have a couple options that you can choose from. As you can see, I can have the back home and recent. You can have the back and home, which is the Google version of this, where you have kind of like a swipe tap weird way. Never really used Pixel, so I'm not really into it. Okay, I don't want that. I want to go back here. And then the one that I actually want to show is the navigation gesture. So it completely removes anything from there. and you have a little introduction to it. You can basically swipe through it to see how it works, but basically how it works is almost the same way as this one, where back is on the left side, home in the middle, and recent is just a swipe up and hold instead of just swiping up. So just to show it, I'm actually gonna take the phone in my hand because it's gonna be easier for me to show it. And as you can see, if I hold it, I can hit the recent like so. If I flick it up, it goes away, and if I go back to it, I flip from a side, it goes one back. So that's how it works. And there is not much customization to it, so as you've seen it right now, it's primarily how it's gonna function, unless they make some update to it and change it. But at this moment, that's how it functions. Once more, you can basically swipe through it and get a little view and preview how it works. So I'm just gonna go back because it's easier for me to press it once more. So moving on, we're gonna go into home screen and change like the way the home screen looks like, because there are some options. So we can either hold your finger on the display or you can just pinch it. So, oops, maybe not like that. So, like so. It's a little pinch. And from here you can go into settings or home settings. And then you have home screen layout, which you can change the size and spacing of icons. The first one will be, as you can see now, we have 5 icons in a dock, and the 5 icons would also go on the home screen, but there aren't 5. But basically, if you choose a different one, as you can see, it made basically less columns on the home screen, making everything a little bit more spacious. And you can also change the size of the icons. So by tapping on each individual, you can change how big the icons appear. As you can see, it's not much big of a change, but still nice customization. You can also go back and change the icons, for instance. And OnePlus is nice enough to actually include 3 different ones, because these ones are already installed. So whatever you choose here, it will be actually the installed ones. So these are the default ones that come. Then you have the roundo and squirrel. Basically, ones are round, ones are squared, and then these are the default ones that don't really follow any rule of geometry in a way. And you can also choose, if you have some downloaded and installed on your device, you can choose from those as well, as they are here. So moving on, we're gonna go into basically clearing the background tasks. So normally, if you tap on the recent apps and you get all the recent applications that are opened, and you tap on basically clearing them, it closes them, but not all the way. I would say there's actually a way to make it that it also kills the background task in basically a task manager of sorts. And to do it, we will go into settings. So go into settings, and then a recent app manager. Where is it? Oh wow, there we go. Typing was not the best part of it. Recent app manager, so it was in system. And from here, you can choose the deep clean or the normal clean, which normal clean is the one that is open all the time. And the deep clean, as you can see, clears background processes, which may mean that some apps stop working and you may need to use them or open them again. So as an example, if you would have maybe some like widgets or something and you do that, it might disable them. Again, not sure if it's gonna work with the ones that are on the home screen right now, but you can always try. So you go like this and clear it all. Okay, so it didn't really close it. But some apps that, let's say, function in the background might be completely killed off, and you won't be getting notifications from them. So for instance, as an example, would be probably WhatsApp would be a great Great example. WhatsApp primarily works in the background, and if you have it also on a computer, and you do this deep clean, your computer will basically disconnect from WhatsApp because it will be completely off at that time. But it also helps with the battery, considering it kills basically everything that is in the background anyway. So it's a matter of preference. If you use a lot of apps in the background that you don't really want to use, you can do a deep clean, but if you don't, then I would keep that as a normal one. So going back to System and Recent App Manager, just gonna change it back. And the last, I guess, a little bit of a fun one would be, in a way, like, let's see, as an example, whenever you're putting a password into somewhere, it will show you the first letter of whenever you type a letter of it, right? So you have like dots after it, and always the first letter just for some reason shows up whenever you type it in. And you can actually change it by going into the security and lock screen. So let's go into settings and security and lock screen right here. From here you can go down and you have the show passwords. And if you switch this now, for instance, it's probably the best way to show it would be, actually I know how, to the network. You can try to connect to any network and see this one. Whenever you put it in now, it's immediately a dot instead of whenever you press H, it would show H for about a second or two. So let's go back just to show it like so. And now if I tap on it, you get always the first letter visible for at least a moment. So it's a really nice feature to have. Let's say if you're using public transportation and you want a little bit more privacy, so people don't actually know what kind of password you're typing in. It's in my opinion a really nice touch to the device. So that would basically sum up all the tweaks and tricks. Now if you enjoyed any of them, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.